Can you see this? Where it says included 25 added grams of sugar? Yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah. Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto. Under 20 today. In fact, it's even under 10 today. I am so delighted. But, yeah, this is a Coca-Cola can that came across my bow. I did not drink it. But that is the new labeling that they were trying to push through with the added sugars into something. And so it became a little bit more transparent. So you were able to see as a person what kind of sugars you were getting that were added in, because that, of course, is the demon of our health system. And, of course, it's been postponed. So somehow they must have had a whole bunch already printed, and they wanted to get away with it. Hey, but zero fat, right? But, yeah, that's it, where it says included 25 added grams of sugar. And so the total amount of sugars in this is 25 anyway, because it's just sugar and water and looks like some preservatives added too to make it last longer. Like beer, you know how it has the drink by date on it? At least the Budweiser does. At least it did when I was drinking, and that was a number of years ago. So anyway, how are you today? How's your keto food looking? Yep, so I had such a great week of keto, under 10 all last week, that except for the veggie day with the big green egg, that I'm excited to do it again today. Yesterday I had 17 and a half carbs, I think. And so, because I did have some, I had a big A salad with all kinds of grains, all kinds of added veggies. So today it's just the watercress and the Olivia's mixed organic greens. And I said Olympia because yesterday I had deposited some cash from a tenant and it got jammed. And so I had no receipt or proof that I had put the cash in the ATM. Apparently a wet check had gone in before me and jammed it all up. But I didn't know that at 7:19 in the morning on Saturday, and I had to wait the whole weekend before I could go in. And Olympia is my favorite branch manager, assistant branch manager, and she's what they call a floater. So she goes around to all the different branches, and so I was delighted to have her at the branch that I made the cash deposit at, so she could help me. She's a doll. So anyway, at the end, so we were chit-chatting through it because it involved a whole amount of steps and going out with the branch manager and bringing in the bucket of checks and cash and going through it all, and they did find it all and credited it to my account. And I want extra points for going from Saturday at 7:19 with the WTF moment to all the way to Monday morning at 9 a.m. when I could get it taken care of. Yep, I just kept putting it out. And that definitely is a patience learned thing from Greg, because he doesn't get fluffed up about that kind of stuff. Whereas, you know, the old me would probably done a YouTube about it and put it on my Facebook page and drama. But he didn't. Okay. So anyway, where was I? Oh, that's right. Keto under 10. So over the weekend, I had the chance to catch up on things, and although my heart goes out to Jimmy Moore, after watching, I donated, invested over an hour with Scott the truck driver talking about Jimmy Moore and what his suppositions are about why Jimmy's gained all the weight, but yet continuing to be guest speakers at Keto Fest. It is perplexing, and my heart goes out to the guy, but geez, what's happening? It's a scary moment. So I won't bore you with what I think, but Scott the truck driver spent an hour telling us what he thinks, and it's all fascinating. Scott does a lot of behind-the-scenes work, and I appreciate it. And the language wasn't that bad, so he's worth listening to if you can get past the bombs. And the beginning part is always pretty funny and always includes a few bombs, just as a alert. So I listened to him, and then I fell into an interview on Fitz and Healthy, Fitz ampersand healthy. And it is a Dr. Lauren Fitz and her friend, her co-host, and they were interviewing Mark Sisson. And so, I forgot the bank story. I got to go back to that. So anyway, there we are, and we're chit-chatting at the end, and bless her soul for finding all that money. And so, I don't know, somehow we got to talking about how we do our days, and she said, well, every morning I start off with a bulletproof coffee. And you can tell that in her line at working at the bank, that's kind of her bait, because most people would go, bulletproof coffee, what is that? And I said, me too. And so it was great. I mean, she's in her 30s. She's young and tiny, and she must be doing it for health reasons. So, and she's from Brazil, so she's got this like spunky accent too. And she said, yep. She said, but actually, I don't have that first. And I said, actually, I don't have it first either. And she said, I have lime water. And I went, and I have lemon water. The two of us were giggling like schoolgirls over that. And I said, but I have lime at noon. And she said, oh, you're so funny, Sarah. And I said, yep. And she said, I love my lime water. I said, I do too. But I have the lemon first, and then I have my bulletproof coffee. And so does she with her lime water. So anyway, it was funny. And she was talking about the Kobe beef, and it has a red label on it that you can get at Shaw's or Star's or Albertsons ground beef. And she says, I even eat that raw. I love it so much. And I said, well, I'm not eating it raw, but I do like it rare. And so anyway, it was just a fun eye-to-eye connection over our keto plan. So I immediately went out to my car because I have, for no other reason, some keto business cards that every now and then I will give out to somebody that is making noises like they're interested in it, that directs them to my little chatty bathrobe bulletproof coffee website, don't you know? So there was that. Okay, so then I was at work, and I did a whole bunch of binge watching over the weekend, and I have not watched Weight Watcher Girl yet. Supposedly she's lost 15 pounds in a month, and that is definitely a guilty pleasure, because each item that she shows and what she finds is, nothing but the great American food poisoning, with all the different chemicals and the grains and the, just hideous food finds. And I don't know how somebody could lose 15 pounds on that in a month, but I digress. So it's this woman, Lauren Fitz, and she's an MD, and she was trained in medicine. She likes to say that she was Western trained with an Eastern attitude. So she is not a practicing MD anymore. She's got her podcast. She probably does holistic, cash-only type treating. And so she was interviewing Mark Sisson. So it's Fitz and Healthy, Fitz and Healthy. And she was interviewing Mark Sisson, and many of you may know him from the Primal Health wave that took place, and probably, 15 or 20 years ago. He's 62 now, and he's in fit and fine shape along with his wife. And he has a new book out. It came out October 3rd, on the market October 3rd. Amazon has it. And it's called Keto Reset. And so, although he was always skirting around the keto food plan, he never took a deep dive into it, because he was always at around 150 carbs. And he was also a huge proponent of running and exercise and heavy workouts and everything else. And age has kind of calmed him down with all of that, and so he got into the food part. And so yes, this is the keto reset. And even though there's certain terms that we use freely in our keto community, like intermittent fasting, he doesn't call it that. He said that's like such a duh. You eat your last meal at 6:30 at night and you don't eat again till 9 the next day. Well, yeah, I guess you could call it intermittent fasting, but I call it, just giving some time in between the meals. So it was kind of funny. But it was fascinating to hear him. He's very humble and very open to learning. And so the three of them had a great phone interview. It was 1 hour and 6 minutes, I believe. It was very, very good to hear him. Would I purchase the book? You bet I would if I had an attention span past that of a gnat or a flea, or don't see him, no see him, but I don't. So I will listen to him with other interviews. But subscribing to her channel seems like a good idea. She definitely is a promoter of beauty and health for women through nutrition, and I'm sure that men wouldn't mind watching it either. And I'm watching a second podcast of hers, and it's a 10-minute way of how she's making her bulletproof coffee. And she uses the bulletproof coffee and butter and his brain octane, Dave Asprey's brain octane, which I have 3 jugs of that I'm not using for no other reason than I'm not using. And so, which is an MCT oil that he does more things to, and it costs much more. It's like $50 a jug. So, of course, I have 3 because I'm a hoarder. But anyway, so it was great finding her and subscribing to her. I'm also going to promote Keto Chaos has a channel, and she's got 351 subscribers, so she's not new to the party. But I did subscribe to her, and I will watch a few of hers today. And then it used to be Keto Kelly, but now it's no grain. Let me confirm. It's no grains, no pain, I think. If you do Kelly Does Keto, you might be brought right to it. So, yeah. Of course, it's not going to come up now. But, so I listened to them. And so Kelly's launched her channel, and she has her Hi, I'm Me, Kelly introductory. And she has like 9 or 10 subscribers right now. So I would urge you to watch it. She's an older woman that doesn't play with her keto. And so she's strict and just follows it and gets a lot out of it. And she's dropped 47 pounds, I think, in the 44 months that she's been doing it. So I urge you to give her your support, too, if you identify with a woman that's older, that's lost weight, that does keto, that doesn't play around. Or if you need one more person to support that. So, yeah, so it's been fun, and I'm loving my day. Today I have to be at the cottage in the afternoon, so I will bring my phone and my charger and be able to watch some podcasts of people while I wait for the gas company and Lowe's to deliver the gas stove. And so that's my fun. My keto, as I said, is under 10 today. I'm having a big leafy green with tenderloin steak already cooked on the big green egg, so I'll warm it up and saute it in some butter on top of the stove to go with that. And that is my dinner. My lunch today are 2 organic extra large eggs, 1 ounce of Neuchâtel Organic Valley cheese, 1 ounce of Organic Valley Munster, and 1 ounce of Hormel uncured bacon that I just put in the broiler. I crisped it all up like it was the pizza, and I will put that on top of my 2 eggs, and that will be my lunch, and I will make it, cover it with tin foil, and bring it to the cottage to have while I wait for my trucking and gassing people to show up. So that is my day. Somebody asked me, Melinda asked me to say what my, post it, but I told her I'm not that good, but what my carbs and my, what my macros are for the day. So today is November 14th. It's a Tuesday, and it's 1,304 calories. So I'm verbalizing it. My carbs are 7.7. Oh, how much do I love that? My fats are 100 grams, and my protein is 84 grams. So 84 grams of protein, 100 grams of fat, and 7.7 grams of carbohydrate. I love it. It's making me sane. It just, I don't know, it energizes me, so I like it. And I keep my fats up when my carbs are low. It's just the little system that I've done. So, just look at your labels to see if there's any new labeling out there in any of your, if you have to buy for anybody any standard American diet things. I found it interesting. truth. Not that anybody's going to give up Coke because it's nothing but pure sugar. I mean, you got to already know that, right? But anyway, this is a 7.5 fluid ounce can, 90 calories and 25 grams of sugar, which would throw me out of my game and trigger all my addictions. There you go. So have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for tuning in. Subscribe if you haven't, and comment below. I love your comments. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with carbs today at 7.7. It's a winning food day for me. Bye-bye for now.